Hi guys, I'm Pamela Raquel and you're watching the Red Attitude channel. In today's video we are going to talk about a topic that interests many women and also men, the type of man that no woman can resist. As we know, every woman has her own preferences and desires, but there are characteristics that most women find attractive in a man. In this video, we'll explore those traits and find out what makes a man so irresistible to women. So if you're interested in finding out how to become that man, keep watching. There is no universal type of man that all women find irresistible. Everyone's preferences and interests are unique and varied, and what one woman finds attractive may not be the same for another. With that being said, there are certain characteristics that many women may find attractive in a man. Here are some qualities that some women may value in a romantic partner. Confidence. Confidence is one of the most attractive traits in a man. When a man is confident in himself, he conveys security and stability, which can be very attractive to some women. Intelligence. Intelligence is another trait that many women may find attractive. A man who is well-informed and capable of holding interesting conversations can be very endearing. Sense of humor. A sense of humor is important to many women. A man who can make a woman laugh can be very attractive and create an emotional connection. Empathy. Empathy is a quality that many women can value in a partner. A man who is able to understand and support a woman's emotions can be very attractive. Ambition. Ambition can be an attractive quality in a man. A man who has clear goals and objectives and works hard to achieve them can be seen as trustworthy and dedicated. Honesty. Honesty is important in any relationship, and many women can appreciate a man who is honest and transparent. Kindness. Kindness can be an attractive quality in a man. A man who is kind and considerate can be seen as someone who cares about the well-being of others. It is important to remember that these features are not necessary or essential for everyone. Everyone has different preferences and priorities, and what a woman may find attractive in a man may be different from what another woman may find attractive. Also, these characteristics do not guarantee that a man will be irresistible to all women. Attraction is complex and multifaceted, depending on many different factors such as chemistry, shared interests, and compatibility. Ultimately, the key to being attractive to women is to be authentic and true to yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not, or pretend to have qualities you don't have. Instead, focus on being the best version of yourself and finding someone who appreciates and values you for who you are. In addition to the characteristics mentioned, there are some attitudes and behaviors that can also make a man attractive to women. Here are some of them. Effective communication. A man who is able to communicate clearly and effectively can be very attractive to women. This can include listening carefully, expressing your own opinions and feelings in a respectful way, and communicating your intentions clearly. Positive attitude. A positive attitude can be very attractive in a man. Being optimistic and enthusiastic about life can spread contagious energy and create a feeling of joy and happiness around you. Respect. Respect is key in any relationship, and women can value a man who treats them with respect and consideration. This includes respecting their boundaries, opinions, and decisions, and not trying to control them. Attention to detail. A man who pays attention to detail and shows an interest in the things a woman values can be very attractive. This can include remembering little details about her life, asking questions about her interests, and supporting her in her ambitions. Personal care. Personal care can be very attractive in a man. This includes taking care of your appearance, hygiene and health, which can show that you care about yourself and your own life. However, it is important to remember that no man is perfect and that everyone has flaws and imperfections. It is important to accept your partner's imperfections and value them for who they are as a person. In short, there is no universal type of man that all women find irresistible. What a woman finds attractive in a man can vary based on her personality, preferences, and interests. However, being self-assured, intelligent, funny, empathetic, ambitious, honest, and kind can help make a man attractive to many women. In addition, attitudes and behaviors such as effective communication, a positive attitude, respect, attention to detail, and self-care can also help make a man more attractive. Ultimately, the most important thing is to be authentic and true to yourself and find someone who values and appreciates who you are as a person. A man who knows how to talk, is funny and confident can be irresistible to many women for a number of reasons. First of all, an interesting and attractive conversation can show that the man is intelligent and has effective communication skills. You may be able to share your own opinions and feelings respectfully and listen carefully to what the woman has to say. This can help create an atmosphere of connection and trust between the two of you. Also, a funny man can be attractive to women because a sense of humor is a highly valued quality in a partner. A man who can laugh at himself and make a woman laugh can also create a feeling of joy and happiness around him. Humor can also help relieve stress and tension in awkward or difficult situations. Lastly, confidence can be one of the most attractive qualities in a man. A self-confident man is often seen as someone who knows what he wants and is capable of facing challenges and difficult situations. You may be able to lead and make decisions with confidence, which can be very attractive to many women. However, it is important to remember that conversation, a sense of humor, and trust are not the only qualities that matter in a relationship. Being respectful, considerate, and understanding are equally important. Also, a man who is too arrogant or self-centered can turn women away. In short, a man who can talk, be funny and confident can be attractive to many women. These qualities can help create an atmosphere of connection and trust, bring joy and happiness to a woman's life, and demonstrate leadership and problem-solving skills. However, it is important to remember that these qualities are not the only ones that matter in a relationship, and that being respectful, caring and understanding is also key. The desire to date a man shortlisted by other women may be a common phenomenon in some cultures and social contexts. This is because some women may see approval from other women as a sign that the man is attractive, trustworthy, and has positive qualities. This dynamic can occur in various contexts, such as in social circles, at work, or in the media. For example, a man who is popular in a social group or has a large following on social media may be seen as more attractive and desirable by women. Similarly, a man who is successful at work or in his career can be seen as a promising match. Additionally, some women may be attracted to men who are seen as desirable or popular by other women because it may increase their own social status. Being seen as the partner of an attractive and desirable man can bring prestige and social recognition to a woman. However, it is important to remember that preference for shortlisted men over other women is not always healthy or based on realistic compatibility criteria and personal values. The choice of a partner must be based on a genuine emotional connection, common interests, and shared values, regardless of how other women perceive the man. In addition, competition and comparison with other women can be detrimental to a woman's self-esteem and emotional health. It is important to remember that each person has their own qualities and that the emotional connection between two people should be based on personal values and interests, not on the opinion of others. In summary, although there may be a desire to date a man shortlisted by other women, it is important to remember that the choice of a partner must be based on realistic criteria of compatibility and personal values, and not only on the opinion of other people. Genuine emotional connection and building a healthy and satisfying relationship should be the priority when choosing a partner. Apart from the desire to date a man shortlisted by other women, there are other relevant tips that can help women find an ideal partner. Here are some of them. Be confident in yourself. Self-confidence is an attractive quality in a woman and can help her attract a compatible partner. Work on your self-esteem by identifying your strengths and valuing your own qualities. Be authentic. Do not try to be someone you are not to please others. Be yourself and show your own qualities and interests. This will help you attract a compatible partner who appreciates those qualities. Develop interests and hobbies. Participating in activities you enjoy can help you meet people with similar interests. This can help you expand your social network and increase your chances of finding a compatible partner. Be open to new experiences. Try new things and be open to meeting people from different backgrounds and cultures. This can help you broaden your perspectives and increase your chances of finding a compatible partner. Communicate clearly and honestly. Communication is key in a relationship. Be clear and honest about your feelings, wishes, and expectations. This will help create a genuine emotional connection with a compatible partner. Be open to different types of relationships. Not everyone is looking for a long-lasting, exclusive relationship. Be open to different types of relationships and be clear about your own expectations. In short, there are several relevant tips that can help women find a compatible partner. Having self-confidence, being authentic, developing interests and hobbies, being open to new experiences, communicating clearly and honestly, and being open to different types of relationships are some of them. Always remembering that the genuine emotional connection and the construction of a healthy and satisfying relationship must be the priority when choosing a partner. Being a man shortlisted by other women may seem like an unattainable goal for many men, but it's actually not as complicated as it seems. There are some characteristics and behaviors that can help a man to be more attractive and desirable to women. Here are some tips on how to be a man shortlisted by other women. Self-confidence. Self-confidence is one of the most attractive qualities in a man. Knowing who you are and what you want in life is key to attracting a partner. Don't worry about being perfect, but strive to be the best version of yourself. Be successful. Success is a trait highly valued by women. This does not mean that you have to be rich or famous, but it does mean that you have a stable career and have your things in order. It shows that you are ambitious, that you have goals, and that you work hard to achieve them. Be a man of your word. Being a man of your word is key to earning a partner's trust. When you say you're going to do something, do it. If you have promised something, keep it. This shows that you are trustworthy and respectful of the other person's time and needs. Be fun and spontaneous. A sense of humor is a quality highly valued by women. Being able to make a woman laugh is a great way to create an emotional connection. Be spontaneous and unpredictable. Plan fun dates and surprise her. Being emotionally intelligent. Being emotionally intelligent is an important quality for a healthy and lasting relationship. This means that you are able to understand and manage your own emotions and also to connect emotionally with other people. Listen carefully and show empathy and compassion. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle is an important part of being attractive to women. This means eating right, exercising regularly, and taking care of your personal appearance. Living a healthy lifestyle shows that you care about yourself and are willing to share that healthy mindset with your partner. Be a leader. Being a leader is a quality highly valued by women. This does not mean that you have to be the CEO of a company, but that you are able to make decisions and lead with confidence. Show that you are capable of taking charge in difficult situations and that you can guide your partner in a respectful way. Be honest and transparent. Honesty is key in a healthy relationship. Be honest about your feelings and goals. Show that you are willing to be transparent in all aspects of your life. In short, being a man shortlisted by other women takes hard work and dedication, but it's not impossible. Having self-confidence, being successful, being a man of his word, being fun and spontaneous, being emotionally intelligent, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, being a leader, and being honest and transparent are some of the characteristics that can help a man to be more attractive to women. Also, it is important to remember that each woman has her own preferences and desires. Don't try to be someone you're not or change your personality to please everyone. Be authentic and confident in who you are and find someone who appreciates those qualities. Another important piece of advice is to work on your communication skills. Being able to communicate clearly and effectively is key in a relationship. Listen carefully and show genuine interest in what the other person is saying. Be able to express your thoughts and feelings with clarity and respect. Finally, remember that being a shortlisted man is not about winning over as many women as possible. It's about finding someone who is compatible with you and who is interested in a healthy and long-term relationship. Be open to new experiences and don't get discouraged if you don't find the right person right away. In short, being a man shortlisted by other women involves a set of attractive characteristics and behaviors that can help create an emotional connection with women. Work on yourself, be authentic and confident, and find someone who appreciates your unique qualities. It is common for some famous men, such as wrestlers, soccer players, and actors, to be considered irresistible to women. In addition to their fame and social status, many of these men possess attractive characteristics such as self-confidence, emotional intelligence, and a sense of humor. However, it is important to remember that the number of women a man is in relationships with should not be the only measure of his worth or attractiveness. Often, men who are involved with many women can be seen as insecure or unable to commit to a serious relationship. Also, many of these famous men have access to a wide variety of women due to their fame and social status, which can make it easier for them to get dates and casual relationships. This does not mean that they are automatically more attractive or desirable than ordinary men. On the other hand, it is also possible that some men who are able to conquer many women have attractive characteristics that women look for, such as confidence, a sense of humor, and social skills. However, it is important to remember that attraction is subjective and each woman has her own preferences and desires. In summary, it is important to remember that a man's ability to win many women should not be considered the only measure of his worth or attractiveness. Instead, it's important to focus on attractive traits like confidence, emotional intelligence, and a sense of humor, and work on yourself to become the best version of yourself you can be.